Hi there. Thank you for joining me and welcome to today's session on understanding Unity support plans. I'm Morwenna Griffin and I manage Unity developer relations in Europe as part of the customer success team. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to be talking about all of the different ways our team can support you and how you can access that support. So here's what we're going to cover. Firstly, we're going to talk about what customer success means at Unity, and it really does mean something to us. Then we're going to talk about the role that we aim to play in your Unity journey. Our team is always working to be a trusted advisor to you, someone that you can rely on to help you overcome obstacles and get the best out of Unity. Next, we're going to talk about the different levels of support you can access and how we can help you, including free and self-serve support, SKU-specific support that comes bundled into some of our different license types, and lastly, premium support plans that we deliver to some of our biggest customers. So by the end of this talk, you'll know exactly what's on offer for you, wherever you are in your journey, and whatever the scale and type of project that you're working on. So without further ado, let's do this. What is customer success? Why do we exist, and what's our goal? Put simply, our customer success team is a group of about 150 people at Unity, whose primary mission is to make creators more successful, creating that next smash hit, passing that module of study, or getting that passion project out of your brain and into the world. It's our mission to help you succeed in yours. So it's a big old job, but it's an amazing job because we get to work with all of you and see firsthand how creators are using Unity to do incredible things. So let's dig into this a little more. There are three main goals that we have that feed into this mission of giving you the best possible chance of success. Firstly, enabling more people to have more success with Unity by getting the knowledge from our experts to you. This is all about helping people adopt Unity and learn, develop their skills and capabilities, and minimize their risks. Secondly, giving you access to the best Unity expertise that there is and having our team become your go-to. Access when you need it, regardless of experience or budget, and becoming your trusted advisors. And thirdly, enabling you to really transform your business with the power of Unity in real-time 3D. Whether that's pushing the boundaries of what is possible in games, driving innovation in industry, or enabling new user experiences in media and entertainment. Our goal is to help you do it all. And that's what customer success means to us. So let's have a look now at how this breaks down into what we actually do. Customer success is comprised of these four pillars, each with their own unique function. We have an excellent education and training team to help you develop the skills you need to improve performance and productivity. And this includes all sorts of things from public content and webinars to private bespoke sessions designed to meet the specific needs of your team. We're not going to talk about this in detail today, but there's another Unite Now talk in about a month that I recommend you check out where we'll be digging into this and telling you all about what we do. We have an incredible professional services team, seasoned veterans who can provide you with their insights and industry knowledge through consulting services. They can also help you engineer your projects, getting involved, writing code alongside you, and I've seen firsthand what this team can do. It's really impressive. And they're delightful, which is, always a bonus. And there's also a professional services talk coming your way as part of Unite Now, so do take a look at that if you'd like to know more. We have a brilliant global support team who are not only there with you on the journey when it's smooth sailing, but also, importantly, when everything hits the fan. This team is a direct connection to all of Unity's resources, providing critical issue resolution and helping ensure your operation runs smoothly. And then we have our team of success managers. We get to know you, your work, your goals, and your team in an ongoing engagement, usually a year plus. We both keep you on track and accelerate you towards your goals by working as an extended member of your team in Unity. We help you to spot problems, find solutions, and opportunities to do things better. And this sort of relationship is what we mean when we talk about the trusted advisor. That trust is the most important part of what we do, and it's what we pride ourselves on. We want to be your trusted partner for all things Unity. And we recognize, of course, that everyone has different needs. So we've built out a range of services and plans to make sure there's really something for everyone. And all of our success plans include an advisor. So you're going to see and hear these names a bit throughout the presentation, but I just wanted to set them out all for you here so you could spot these as we walk through the plans. So firstly, we have the Developer Relations Manager. So this is my team. And then we have the Customer Success Managers, Customer Success Advisors, and Developer Support Engineers. So now we're going to walk through those services and plans together and have a look at what we have. Our support spans the whole of our user base and are split into the following categories. We have self-serve options for creators who are using our personal, plus, and student licenses. We have Pro for our Pro license users, and then Enterprise for creators that are looking for an enhanced level of support. And we'll talk about these some more later on, but these are geared towards our mid-market and enterprise-sized customers. So whether you're just getting started or you're a AAA studio working on your 10th title, we have something that will help you on your way to success. So let's dive in. Personal, plus, and student users, here's what we have for you. On the technical side, there are a bunch of places that you can access our expertise, and all of these places are totally free. At the URL here, unity.com/support services, you'll find a ton of information and resources. At Unity Answers, you can find a curated, tech-focused archive of answers from Unity engineers tackling all sorts of technical questions and problems. This includes articles, white papers and reports, a real range of useful stuff. And you can find Unity Answers at answers.unity.com. Secondly, we have our official manual that's lovingly maintained by the excellent folks in the documentation team. Everything from working in Unity to graphics, networking, UI and animation, all searchable, indexed, and easy to use. And it's a really great place to start in finding out how something in Unity works. Next up, we have the knowledge base, which you can search articles and answers dedicated to the troubleshooting of common problems. And then if you're coming across an issue that you think is a bug, you can go to the issue tracker. Here you can find, search and view bugs that we've successfully reproduced. You can find out which versions they first appear in, and if they're already fixed, find out where those fixes have landed. You can even vote for the ones that you would like to see fixed most urgently. And then just a few other things to be aware of that are super useful. The forums are just a brilliant place to go and learn from the community. This is a space where you can engage in discussions with Unity teams and thousands of fellow creators on a specific topic or area. There are conversations there dedicated to features, platforms, and services, and it's a great place to find out what's coming as well as to talk through problems. Next, we have a whole host of projects, tutorials, and courses, all free again at learn.unity.com. And this site is incredible. The education team have done such an amazing job, and it's just a great place to go build your skills or refresh them. And I thoroughly recommend checking it out, especially if you're just getting started with Unity. Then if you're a customer of our monetization or cloud services, or you're just interested in learning more about that in general, we have a brand new shiny dashboard ready for you, detailing everything that we have at dashboard.unity3d.com. And then last, but by no means least, you can talk to our customer services team. So everything I just described relates to technical support, but we also have a team to help you with your non-technical issues. The customer service team are a delightful, super smart and dedicated group of advisors who help us all keep the lights on. And the Unity customer services team can help with licensing problems, accounts, asset store, basically any non-technical issues that might be blocking you or getting in your way. And you can reach them at support.unity3d.com. So next up, we're going to talk about Pro and Enterprise. So on top of the free self-serve resources, both the Unity Pro and Enterprise licenses come with additional levels of support built in. And as I mentioned, from Pro level and up, every one of these plans comes with a trusted advisor as part of that support. For Pro users, you can access our team of customer success advisors who are available for guidance on best practice when you need them, helping you overcome your obstacles and ensuring you're using Unity in the most optimal way for your project. At enterprise level, you'll be designated one of our customer success managers. They'll help you progress towards your goals through more proactive guidance, as well as being there to advise you on your questions and help make sure you're on track, usually about on a monthly basis. You'll also have access to our Unity technical support at that level, which is our team of developer support engineers to help you resolve any technical issues that you may have. And all of these teams really are superb in what they do and are driven by a genuine desire to make a difference to Unity creators. I can't say enough good things about them, and it shines through in the service that they deliver. So what you've seen so far comes with the license that you're buying already. For our mid-tier and larger developers that want more, there are also premium support plans, which are the highest touch, dedicated support products that we have, and those sit on top of your licenses. If you're in games, we have core support and integrated success services. And if you're in one of our industry verticals, we have industry starter and industry managed, which are similar but tailored for industry. These plans are longer engagements and designed to build a close collaborative foundation for your projects. And I'm going to go into some more detail in the next couple of slides. So both of our entry-level premium support packages provide direct access to our developer support engineering team to help resolve issues. And you can ask them anything technical in the Unity universe with guaranteed first response times. These engineers know Unity, can see what's going on under the hood, and have access to the teams of devs who built that tool, feature, or piece of technology that you're using. You'll also get a support coordinator to assist you with your onboarding to the service and to prioritize your issues effectively. And then also you have an unlimited number of people in your team who can have support seats for this package and submit issues up to a set concurrency limit, which you can also add to if you need to. And lastly, we have integrated success services and industry managed, which is the highest level of premium support that you can get at Unity. If you have projects where the stakes are high, then this level of partnership can make a massive difference to your chances of success. A dedicated developer relations manager works as an extended member of your team in Unity, a trusted advisor, if you will, with a foot in both camps. We'll work to understand your goals and needs, making sure you have everything you need from Unity to be successful in the moment and in the future. Usually we sync up on a call either weekly or bi-weekly, depending on the team's needs, but we're also in contact all through the week as issues and questions arise. At this level, we work under a mutual NDA, so you can stay on the inside track of what's happening at Unity behind the scenes, and then we'll help you plan accordingly. And so it really is a partnership. Again, you'll be able to access our developer support engineering team, but in an enhanced capacity. Prioritized bug handling, issue resolution, and urgent incident management are all tools we have to avoid the icebergs and deal with anything unforeseen together. And lastly, one of the coolest things about ISS is that you get an annual project review, which is a 2-day deep dive into your project and code with one of our professional services engineers that I talked a bit about earlier. We'll talk, dig, profile, identifying performance and optimization opportunities based on goals that we set together, all delivered in a report of specific recommendations that you can take away and implement. And I've seen projects in early stages take a massive leap forward after a project review, or others in later stages just squeeze out that last 10% that they've needed to hit those technical targets. So, really, really brilliant part of the service. So making teams successful and help them build incredible things with Unity is my passion, and I could talk about this all day long, but instead thought it would be nice to hear some different voices. So I thought I'd ask a few of the teams that we work with to talk to you about their experiences of ISS and working with us and what we do, and they kindly agreed. So firstly, I asked Paul George from Unity's professional services team to tell us a little bit more about what a project review is and how it works. So as they say, here's something I made earlier.
Yeah, so a project review, which we often call a PR, which is not to be confused with pull request for engineers watching, is a general health check of Unity project. So we focus on two major aspects of your project, that being so performance optimization and also workflows. So we're going to be looking at those two aspects to see what can be done to improve your project and improve the quality of life of your team. We have a general checklist of things that we take a look at when looking into performance optimization. Generally, we're going to be looking into CPU profiling, GPU profiling, memory usage, load times, download times, build size, all these possible areas of improvement in a Unity project. We spend normally 2 days with customers digging into source code, looking at various captures that are done in different profilers. So whether they be CPU profilers or GPU profilers, whatnot, just gathering lots of data and analyzing that together over those 2 days. From that data that's captured, we spend 10 days reviewing the data, doing some research, and coming up with some action points that are delivered in a project review report. This report is normally about 20 pages-ish, and is built out in order for the customer to really quickly get an idea of what action items can be done to improve performance, to improve workflows. Generally, this time that we spend together, we tend to prioritize given what's most important for the customer. So it's important for the customer to know that this time is definitely theirs, and we always try and to coordinate to make sure that the customer is getting the most out of these 2 days that we spend together. So yeah, that's pretty much what a project review looks like.
So thanks again to Paul for giving us your insight there. Next up, I spoke with one of the people who've been with ISS for quite some time. I had a chat with King. So they're going to be talking to us now a little bit about their experiences of working with our team on the other side as a user. So we've spent a little bit of time now talking about customer success and what that means to us here at Unity. And now I have a special guest who's going to talk to us a little bit about their experience of working with customer success and specifically with ISS. So we have Pierre here from King. Hi, Pierre.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining me and for being part of Unite Now.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
So you guys over at King have been working with Unity for some time. Could you tell me a little bit about you and your role there and how long you have been using Unity and in what context?
Yeah, sure. So, hi, my name is Pierre Griffin. I'm a Senior Technical Director in the New Games Barcelona studio within King. Obviously, we're known for Candy Crush and the likes. We're now the team that's trying to find the next big hit, very similar to that. And we've decided to use Unity as our main engine for that. I myself have been using Unity for about 8 years or so, at King for about 4.5 now. Been there for a while. So, yeah, it's been pretty good.
Awesome. So I know that you guys are, an ISS team and have been for some time. My team is a developer relations team, and I know you work really closely in partnership with your DRM. I was wondering if you could talk to me a little bit about that and how the experience of ISS has been for you so far.
Yeah, I mean, in summary, it's amazing. Having used Unity without it in the past, I definitely appreciate the service you all give. Especially with Sarah, who's our DRM, it's fantastic. We have a really good relationship. Any problem I have, I can contact her. She will sort out the problem. Mostly it's, get that team to raise a ticket, use the normal channel. But often she'll get us into contact with the physics team or the AI team or the graphics team, whatever it is we need. So that is really nice, having one singular point of contact. I think that is something that I could have used in the past for sure. So yeah, it's been really great in that regard.
That's so great to hear, because I obviously think that she's amazing because she's part of my team, but to hear it from you is also wonderful. And how about Zendesk? Because we have this great team of dedicated engineers who are there to help you with any of your kind of technical issues and questions. What's your experience been like of that sort of side of things?
I think at the beginning, especially for the developers, asking for help is difficult, let alone in a ticket-based system. But I think once that started paying off, and we started getting answers fairly quickly, because the turnaround time is actually quite quick. It's not like normal sort of support tickets where like, oh, we'll get back to you in 48 hours or something.
Yeah.
They get replies coming fairly quickly. And I think the team has really sort of risen to that and started using it more and more. And it's been super beneficial for us, for sure.
Oh, that's brilliant. And you guys have a lot of project reviews as part of your package. Could you talk to me a bit about what those have been like and where you've seen them be super useful?
Yeah, so it's similar. At first, the developers were like, oh, we don't want other people to look at our code. But then we ran like a couple, and then it turned out to be really beneficial, right? We had a generic performance overview, and we found a lot of issues that, we could have potentially found ourselves, but we didn't have the in-depth knowledge or the access to the internal teams. And then we started using more and more, and we recently used, I think, about 8, or at least in the last year, we used 8. And it's been super beneficial. The team is super excited to the point where the tech leads are saying, hey, when can we get some more? When is the contract lapsing so that we can have the next year's project reviews? So it's been fantastic.
Oh, that's wonderful. And what would you say has been the overall impact of having access to our team on your projects and your success?
I mean, the overall impact has been immense in as much as we have access to people that before we would never have, right? So we can get support, and particularly now with DOTS, we're looking a lot at the DOTS technology, and we have access to speak to some people that are core at developing that and can help us with some key things. So I think it's invaluable for us. We couldn't have solved some of the problems ourselves the way we can now with ISS. So I think if I had to go now to no support, I would most probably pull my hair out. It would just
it means so much to me and to the rest of the team to hear you say that. Honestly, it's like it's our passion and our drive to help support teams like you be successful. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah,
and thank you for joining.
Yeah, anytime.
Amazing.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Thank you so much, Pierre. So lastly, in addition to working with gaming customers, we do a lot of really exciting work with industry teams. And I was lucky enough to virtually meet with someone from Volvo, who's now going to tell us a little bit about the work that they're doing and how we've impacted on that. Okay, now we have another very special guest with us. We have Timmy from the team over at Volvo. Hey, Timmy.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I hope you're very well too. Thank you so much for joining me and for being part of Unite Now.
Thank you for the invitation.
Oh, pleasure. So maybe could you start by telling everybody who you are and your role over at Volvo?
Yeah, I'm Timmy Guro, and I'm leading innovation initiatives, and especially the area of virtual experiences and XR research. And we've been using Unity at Volvo for the past 5 years. Yeah.
Some really interesting, kind of exciting, cutting edge stuff that you guys have been doing. Could you maybe tell us like a little bit about that and how long you've been working with the industry managed team?
Yeah, so as I said, like personally, I've been using Unity for 15 years, and I came from a creative background. But I was always curious about the challenges that automotive had, and like automotive being a really rigid industry, I was trying to see what can I bring from the creative industry to solve those problems. And the way we work at Volvo, we have a few teams around the company, starting from early concepts design to the R&D phase, user experience research, safety simulation, simulation for AD cars, and then we put the car in context and be able to tell stories about our products by creating consumer-facing experiences. And I think a few years ago, I saw that Unity was hiring a lot of automotive people, and then I reached out to David Helgeson and asked, hey, what's happening? What's up with this automotive thing going on? And then he say, hey, this is the right time. Let's have a chat. And he put me in contact with the Unity automotive team. And we were thinking, let's have access to whatever you guys are working on, and we will give you feedback if this is what automotive needs. And we have early access to your great project, so we can have a bit of advantage on adopting it and learning more on integrating it. But then this became more serious and serious, and it started to grow inside the company. So we connected the dots. Then we went back to Unity and said, hey, I think we need to have an agreement, like a collaboration, and buying this support. And I think for the past 2 or 3 years, we've been on this industry managed program. Yeah.
That's very interesting. It's nice to have good friends to help you along the way.
Exactly,
What's it been like working with the industry managed team and with your developer relations manager, Ian?
It's been a really amazing experience. I think having single entry point into Unity made things more efficient, and Ian was really great at pointing the right team. And when we had questions, we were matchmaked with the right person at Unity to talk to, or the right team. And we're a quite big corporation. We have a lot of parallel tracks, but so does Unity, and it's hard, to know everything was happening in your own company. And Ian was really good to help us getting more focused in our questions and being more efficient in communicating directly with the developers, designers at Unity. And that made things move so fast in terms of agreements, alpha agreements, licenses, problems, bugs, tickets, as well as helping us to find interesting new experiments the Unity is doing that we might be interested in testing.
Amazing. That's so wonderful to hear. Thank you so much. So it was really great to hear from those two brilliant teams. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. And from my perspective, it's always great to hear that we're making a difference to people and helping them to be successful. And so that is it. We've come to the end. So thank you to my guests again, and thank you to you. I really appreciate your time. I hope that this has been interesting and useful. If there's anything more that you'd like to know, feel free just to ask away, and we'll be here online to answer any questions that you might have. And have a great day and enjoy the rest of the packed Unite Now schedule.